In this episode, we'll talk about events in Japan, the price of Bitcoin, and other important news. You'll also get an update on the Ripple vs. SEC case, since there's a lot of false information going around and a lot of people telling lies without knowing the whole story. I promise to talk about everything, so let's begin. Bitcoin is now worth $63,019, which is 1.44% more than it was yesterday. Ethereum is now worth $2,451, up 1.17%. Concerning their dollar rates, both USDT and USDC have stayed the same. Price of XRP is currently trying to get back to 54 cents after a big jump to 53 cents and a half cents. Hey everyone, what should we do next? It's easy to answer. Things are getting better. Bitcoin is about to go over $66,000 for the second time. To put it another way, the direction is up and Bitcoin is likely to get another boost towards $66,000. Maybe some of you already know this, but maybe some of you don't. This is a talk about the near future. BTC will hit $66,000 in a few weeks. After this, I really think it will keep going up. What am I going to do right now? I do think Bitcoin will go back down and retrace its steps in order to close the CME gap in the lower $50,000 mark. With this money, I'm just sitting here and doing nothing. I will not worry about what will happen in the future because the bear market will end when the CME gap closes. We can raise the market again when we reach about $55,000. I'm going to buy one last stock to finish investing in cryptocurrency. I'm just being honest about how I act here. This is not advice about money. I don't hide anything, but this is what I expect. It went up to $66,000, but then it dropped back to between $50,000 and $55,000. If you haven't already, go get your NFT. The Halloween tier was added as a new tier this month. In 6 days, we've sold more than 150 or 160 units. That's still not half of the month gone. Pay attention, you get XRP back in full. People who own XRP got back more than $1,030,000 or $50,000 on the first of this month. We will keep doing this as long as you hold and finish the picture. Don't try to trick the system, please. We will recognize you as a holder, and you will get your money back at a price of just under 9.2 million yen per coin, or 1 billion yen. Japan's Metaplant has bought an extra 6.7 million coins worth of Bitcoin. We want these big companies to join the market, and this shows that the market is growing and being used by a lot of people. We want to see these big companies interact with the market and buy Bitcoin. It is very important to remember that these businesses and groups are running the market with their billions of dollars. The bar does say that most people can only accept cryptocurrency so much. We should all be happy that we've hit $2 trillion to reach a value of $7 or $10 trillion. However, we need more people and more money. When it comes to Bitcoin, the United Arab Emirates steps in because they don't charge any value-added tax. Is applicable to the past as of January 1st, 2018. The company says that all cryptocurrency transactions in the United Arab Emirates are safe and don't lose worth. A lawyer said that the measure gives the virtual asset business even more legitimacy. All the countries that circle the United Arab Emirates will now do the same thing because they saw the UAE do it. Why do they not want people to leave the country? This will make it easier for people to move to the country, and more immigrants will help the economy by making people spend more. It says that the change will apply to deals made as early as January 1st, 2018. The change takes effect on November 15th. The exemption makes it clear for the first time that digital assets are not subject to the tax. Instead, it deals with the trading and giving away of those assets. The 5% fee will no longer be charged on any cryptocurrency trades or conversions. This is something that needs to happen all over the world. People, this is not the United States where capital gains are taxed. Imagine buying XRP for 50 cents and then having to pay taxes on it when the price goes up to $3, even if you don't take the money out. After this thing falls apart again, all you'll have to do is pay taxes on a $3 XRP that you never even made money on. The price is now 50 cents. What a two-finger slap on the wrist. They're really setting the US up to fail. If they start taxing capital gains, the US economy will fail and no one will ever be able to retire. This is what Caitlin Long says. Will the former head of CC enforcement, now that he's in the private sector, work on crypto defense against the SEC? Remember the person who sent this to the SEC? He left the office after the report was filed. What do you think? Right then and there, he quit the SEC to become the enforcement director at the Milbank Law business. He will now. If he really believed that companies dealing with cryptocurrencies were doing illegal things, why did he quit the SEC? Want to work for the SEC? He's going to work for a private company now. In these cases, will he be going up against the SEC? That's too late for Ripple. They should have hired him sooner. But this is crazy. You saw the same thing happened to Bill Hinman and Jay Klein. Gabby Girl is now leaving the SEC to work at the Milbank Law Company. This is a graph of XRP prices over the last 12 months. You can see that we're going range. We are definitely ranging. In this case, the longer the base, the higher we go into space. We've been able to get a bigger picture of this over the past 120 days. XRP has had a very long base, and it hasn't seen an all-time high in 7 years. This is a record for the top 20 or 25 cryptocurrency. Ellen Otero told the judge about this in a letter that was sent not long ago, based on the SEC's government. Ripple appeal. Coinbase approves its own request for an interlocutory appeal. There are issues with Howey's test application for secondary market sales, which Coinbase brings to light. This shows that a higher court needs to provide more information. Interlocutory pleas don't always work, but Meta Leman points out that the Ripple appeal makes Coinbase's case stronger. Let's talk about how the Ripple v. CC case is going for now. I'd like to give you a report on what's going on. Because of the SEC, I think Ripple is more at risk in this case. What do I mean by that? Okay, no problem. As you can see, the person who filed it left, so it looks like he just told them, fuck these guys, I'm going to file the appeal, turned around and gave the case to other CC staff. Even though we don't know if the case will be heard or what it's about, we do know one thing. A lot of what you read is not true. There is fake news going around that XRP is a security and that we will miss the bull run. In 2020, the main point of the case was that XRP was a security. Now things are very different. There is no question about it. If we'll miss the bull run, not. This appeal won't change anything. This will come down to one of two things in the end. It's good for us if Ripple doesn't have to dump as much XRP. A. Cash, or B. It doesn't matter to us how Ripple sells XRP to banks or on secondary markets. There is a lot of false information FUD out there, along with a lot of stupid people like Da Vinci, who just got into a small fight with Matt Hamilton about which cryptocurrency is better, XRP or Bitcoin. Take a look at this situation. They will both reach their goals. That person was so stupid and full of ignorance. The timer is going off. He was still sure that XRP could be stopped for 2 weeks.